Right on. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da. Ba-na-na-na-na. 1990. This game is older than me. The bittersweet taste of unsweetened green tea. Only one obstacle remains between Jafar and the throne, the Sultan's beautiful young daughter. Oh my. If you leave this long enough, there's a gameplay demo of the prince running around through a bunch of levels that you can't actually go to. And I watched that like once as a kid. And then forgot. Okay, I watched it a lot as a kid. And then like literal years passed. And then I forgot all about it. And then finally, I saw it again. And it was so weird. I want to go to that level. There must be some weird kind of debug kind of thing I can do to unlock that level. Probably doesn't even load correctly. There's probably nothing in it. I'd love to have this game like deconstructed. I'm sure someone out there has done that. I mean, it's such a simple game. Alright, give me the demo reel. Look, the entire credits of the game. That's everyone. Ooh, it's the various people who have beaten this game. I could probably beat those records. Here it is. This is not anywhere in any level. It's kind of weird they made this like this little unique location just for the demo reel. What do they call it? It says a name. Yeah, good strats. Wait for him to attack, then parry. Oh no, Prince. Oh no. He can actually kill that guy too. And there's a different path he takes. Or maybe he just runs off screen and it instantly goes away. Anyway. Keyboard controls? There we go. I had to do Control K. If I didn't know about that, I would have been stuck there for a while. It probably automatically detected that I have a joypad plugged into my computer somewhere, and then defaulted to that. There's a bunch of controls you can do. Control K, like Control J is the joypad. Control S, I think, no, Control G is save. Control L is load. There's only one save file. This is the first video game I ever played. I periodically do a playthrough of it just every now and then to remind myself of how much I like it. In my opinion, this is a near perfect video game. Let's get the sword. Oh yeah, baby. We got it. There's a path down there you can go that's more of a way up if you happen to fall down over here without dying somehow, which I'm not sure is possible actually. It's more just a place that goes down to where that hole leads to. Let's take the alternate way back for memes. Most people never even come up here. Most people don't even know this place exists. The first guard in the game is actually the second guard in the game, because you can reach this guard first. You are utterly helpless against guards until you have the sword. Fortunately, the path to the sword has no guards on it, so you can just turn around whenever you see one. I killed him. This is kind of weird, because this is the place you get thrown into jail. This is the jail cell you start in. Like, someone just climbed up there. There's no good way to that room. is the actual first guard in the game. No. Let's not die to him. And here's the level's exit. Oops, I restarted the entire game. What a joke, if you will. I did that level the intended way. I think I'll do it the unintended way just for dank memes. I don't remember the command to restart an individual level. Control R restarts the entire game. Control Q quits the game. But there's an individual level restart too. Might be Control A or something like that. That'll do. This is perhaps a glitch. No. Or perhaps an oversight. He will kill you. If you take damage on the way down here, he'll just run over and hit you and you'll die. You die instantly if you don't have a sword. However, you can quite easily outrun him. He actually despawns if he doesn't follow you fast enough into the next room. And only respawns when you come back in. You can never get the sword and also bypass the first guard. Last playthrough I skipped all health upgrades. The playthrough before that I refused to kill any guard. I actually have no recollection. I remember liking it when I played it as a kid. I remember it being a lot harder when I played it as a kid. I'm really good at it now. I think your average person would probably die a bunch of times on their way beating the game. But it's actually very easy once you know how it works. But it's been so long. I've played this game so many times and it's been so long that I forget what I initially thought about it. I can remember a lot of things. I remember if you do escape to pause the game, every time you hit pause again, it'll cycle the game 1 frame. And you can use that to easily like buffer stuff. Like I can watch for him to almost hit me. And then I can look for the correct frame and get a parry off like that, for example. Also, there's kind of a cool animation. Now, let's not die. Oh, I missed it. It's kind of a cool animation for doing damage or taking damage. I have like a weird kind of star thing appearing on each character. Bleeding boys. I guess I'll get that. The rotoscoping in this game makes it look real pretty. So we got 2 different kinds of switches. We got these kind of semi-hidden ones that close doors. And we got these a little bit more obvious ones that open doors. That one's opening 2 doors at once. Oops. A guard. I like to try and push this guy onto the spikes over here. But sometimes he'll just die before I can make it over. Red potions restore your health. Blue potions drain your health. This is a clever little trap. You'll probably skip the red potion if you've got full health. You'll run over to the blue potion, you'll drink it, you'll take damage, and you'll be like, oh shit. And then you'll step on this button, which will block off the path to the red potion. So you'll know that blue potions drain health, and also, you'll have fucked yourself over on the path to restore your health from drinking that blue one. Not only that, but if you come in here missing health, you'll probably drink the red potion, so the blue potion is guaranteed not to kill you. In my opinion, that's a very clever little room. And what's especially kind is there's a boss, I shouldn't say boss, there's an enemy fight right after this. And right before the enemy, if you look hard, you'll find enough HP up here to fully restore your health. So you don't have to worry about just having lost a whole bunch if you put yourself down to 1 HP somehow. I didn't need either of those. I could have killed this guy without taking damage. However, I'm going to try and push him off the cliff. Yeah. There are no mandatory fights left in the level. There's 1 optional fight left in the level. Behold! A health upgrade. You can see it spitting out red fumes, so you know it's the same as the health restoration potion. But it's got its own little fanfare. Full HP plus increases maximum HP. I don't think there's a single level in this game that has more than one of those. And most levels don't even have one. Current ownership of Prince of Persia is Ubisoft, and they've apparently put all Prince of Persia games on hold to make more Assassin's Creed games, which, in their opinion, controls the same market. We'll probably get another Prince of Persia game eventually, but it probably won't be soon. But Prince of Persia's been treated extremely kindly, so I'm not in a hurry for more. Crookie's here. Crookie, play me in Marvel later. I made it with a running jump. You're supposed to need 3 panels to do a running jump, but I did it in 2 by using a glitch involving the rapid turn, which instantly puts you at full speed. 15 months? That's the most of anyone. Everything is tile distances. It's very easy to calculate. And there are 3 floors per screen. Falling 1 floor doesn't hurt you. Falling 2 floors does 1 damage. Falling 3 floors is instant death. So if I fell from here to the ground over there, that would be falling 2 floors. Might drop Fireman. Just play Rocket. Just play Jetta Rocket with Space Stone. Just become Sonic Fox. This is actually kind of clever. I always just pass over this without really pointing it out. There's a path on the bottom there that doesn't even do anything, like if you go under this stage. It just lets you run all the way out here, and you can see the pillars for these, so you know that you can jump out to them because you can see the pillars. But if you keep going and you count them, you'll spot that there's pillars even this far out, so if you do a blind jump off the stage, you'll realize there's something over here. That's a glitch I like using. You're supposed to step out of the way, but you know. Look. You can just run through these without too much difficulty. If you just time it right, or even step through them. But I used to pause buffer because I was really scared as a kid. Ubisoft has treated Prince of Persia kindly. I'm normally not a super big Ubisoft fan. That's how you're supposed to get through these. However, this is what I used to do as a kid. I would wait for it to be closed, and then I would just run. Pause buffering. I was like terrified of those things as a kid. I used to have to get my dad to go through them for me. Whew. There's an invisible checkpoint there. Most levels in this game have checkpoints, I think, but the game will never tell you you went through one. Look at that spooky skeleton. Probably could have ran straight through that. Speedrunning is all about knowing which ones you don't have to stop for. The movement in this game is extremely optimizable. There's very few random chances. You guys want the story of my day? So I woke up today. I went to bed, okay, last night at like 11 o'clock. I ate some super cheesy ass fucking bread, homemade bread that I made. Skellington! The skeleton has infinite HP. There's 2 ways to kill him. Or rather, there's 1 way to kill him and 1 way to ignore him. What you're supposed to do, if I go down here, is push him over that block with the chasm below it, and he'll fall down the skeleton. I mean, he'll fall down the chasm and die. Or at least he won't be there anymore. You can fall down there too, and it's just a tiny little room at the bottom, so like there's no way out. You'll die falling down there, so whatever. You're supposed to push him down there, and then you get a little song indicating that you did in fact kill him. But what you can also do is repeatedly climb down here, and he's AI'd to step forward menacingly every single time you pull down there. So he'll just repeatedly step forward menacingly every time you do this, until you can get him off screen. It's pretty funny, and then you can just run over there. But I'm gonna actually fight him. I'm not very good at passing people. It's supposed to be step forward into a certain range and then parry. You can just OS the parry every time. I killed the skeleton. Okay, so I woke up this morning. Okay, I went to bed. I had like super greasy, cheesy ass homemade butter, fucking cheese top parmesan, disgusting bread yesterday at like 11 p.m. And I ate about half of it, and I was like, this is going to destroy my insides, isn't it? And then for whatever reason, I ate the other half. And then my stomach was like absolutely churning from like 11:30 until like 3 o'clock. And I was like, wow, this feels really shitty. There's a very precise place you can stand in, like a pixel perfect spot you can get to, I forget the method, where you can jump through that gate, and then you can land on the other side. You can bypass most of this level. What was I saying? Yeah, anyway, I went to bed. Eventually it got not so bad. I was feeling really bloated and nauseous, and eventually it got to be... I recovered enough that I could, like, go and lie down. And then I was lying on my back and I felt okay. But I rolled over onto my side at some point while I was asleep, around 8 a.m. And then my stomach got really upset again, and then it woke me up. And it was shitty. Also health upgrade. And then today, I was like, maybe there's something I can take for like gas or bloating or something like that. So I went down to Walmart. That gate's normally shut, and you have to go over here and kill this guy, and then stand on that button to open that gate in the middle. And then once you stood on that button, there's that cracked panel over there is where I dropped a tile, and the tile's holding all the gates open. There's normally a button there that I have to hit, which then opens this gate, but this gate is being held open because a tile fell down on it. Here's the first pretty mean thing the game throws at you. You got a blade trap on one side and a guy on the other. The prince will automatically not draw his sword until you're through the blade trap. I like to try and force this guard into the blade trap. Got him. It's better when he dies after he gets pushed into it. By killing him and then pushing him into it is just fine. Look at that blood smear, dude. Violent. That guy got cut in half. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like when I get cut in half. There's a guy over here I could kill, and I could open the path back up to the front door. This is that guy on the other side of that gate that I peeked at right at the beginning. It'd be kind of fun to have a game level. I already spared a guy in level 2. I was just thinking to myself, I could kill every single NPC in this whole game. That'd be kind of fun, but I already skipped a guy in level 2. But I know where most of the NPCs are. So having like a genocide route would be kind of fun. If only I killed that guy right at the end. I even said it, I was like, there's one optional enemy left. Killed both of the guys in level 1 and there's no enemies in level 3, except the skeleton. Let's leave my health at 3 for a bit. This game genuinely seamlessly blends story and gameplay. A mirror! No loose ceiling tiles. I'm gonna go down here because I never ever go down here. I already know it's down here, but I just feel like going because I never go. There's nothing down that pit. Here's a little blade trap and a door. I haven't been down here in fucking years. It's kind of weird to be down here. There's a way back. Another little pit. It's actually been like 15 years since I've been down to this path. No, more like 20. It's literally been like 20 years. Anyway, you can't break any of those tiles on the ceiling there. All this does nothing. This whole area does nothing. It's a whole big dead end. My stomach is making some frightening sounding churning right now. But I feel okay. But it sounds really weird. It's doing stuff it's not supposed to do. I wonder if I'm just lactose intolerant, or I wonder if really greasy fatty foods fuck me up. Anyway, I guess I'll break this mirror, right? Nice mirror break. Hup. Wow, that was really weird. Also, it automatically reduces you to 1 HP, so good luck if you didn't kill this guy. Which I think I didn't. On my no-kills playthrough. The no-kills playthrough was actually like my most fun... Ooh, the different fanfare. Because something weird happened instead of something normal happening. There's also a way to skip this door. Actually, let me see if I can do it. I've never done it before. You can skip about a third of this level. You just fall off here. That was close. And then you bring this guy over here. And then you back up. Like this. Yeah, and that puts you through the gate. Because the gate hasn't loaded yet. So I can skip most of this level. I died. I'm not gonna skip it, but that's the trick. It's kinda cool, isn't it? My humble opinion. That's a really cool little speedrunning trick. This game is a semi-popular speedrunning game. It's got a lot of stuff that makes it really easy for speedrunning. Because the movement is very, very consistent. The enemy patterns are random, but they're not really hard at all to adapt to on the fly. This is one of the most amusing parts of the game in my opinion. It's fully optional. There's this big scary area over here. You see that health upgrade. It's like, wow, I really want that. You go over here. And then the fucking shadow steals your health upgrade and runs away with it. Even if you like go over and hit him, he has no detection. I shouldn't say hit him because you can't draw your sword. Unless there's an enemy afoot and he doesn't count as an enemy. But you can run right through him. He doesn't have collision detection or anything. And if you get to this map, even if you get here before him, he'll just despawn as soon as you reach this map, so. But he runs over and steals your life upgrade! There's no way to not spawn the shadow, and there's no way to get that life upgrade. You can like never reach it. Even with perfect movement, you can't reach that life upgrade before he does. This guy is very optional to kill. There's an area up here that I never ever go to. Let's peek at it. This is weird. Oh no, I trapped myself. I want to check the ceiling actually. Because what if there's other shit? Because I should still be able to go another floor up, right? Actually, I don't know that. Wow, there is another area. I should lock that door open. What on earth is up here? Health. That's kind of cool. Cool ass hidden shit. I might actually game over. You have a limited amount of time to beat this game. And if you fail to beat it in that time, there's absolutely nothing doing. I don't have a good method of killing that guy. Alright, speedrun strats. This game gets really mad when you have more than 2 enemies at the same time. Fuck. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay. What? Prince, what are you doing? There we go. So I won't load that other guy. He like sees me. So much for my all kills. Maybe I'll just look at every NPC. There's still an NPC in level 2 I didn't look at. Let's just not have a gimmick for this playthrough. Let's just play through it and like be casual. I'll do all kills next time I play this game. Just kidding, I'll forget by then. Killed this man off screen. They don't leave corpses further down. Potion. If you go further down, there's another potion. Rewarded for exploring. That's how this game works. You can get like borderline full HP between every enemy encounter if you're looking careful for potions. I'm gonna try and leave this man's dead corpse on this button. Just kidding, I'm gonna push him down the chasm. This man has a lot of health. He's like the hardest enemy you've encountered thus far. Speedrun strats, baby. Oh yeah. This game has 12 levels. This upcoming level is level 6 and could be called the halfway point of the game. Level 6 and level 12 both feature bosses. Let's see the boss of this level. There's only one enemy in this level. This top path leads nowhere. Allow me to demonstrate this top path leads nowhere. You can jump over these, I'm just being a little bitch. This boss is actually optional. Once you drop that tile, you've got a chasm behind you, but it also opens the door behind him. He has very low HP. He has a very dangerous pattern. He also leaves a really, really big corpse. I could push him down there, but I'd rather look at his really big corpse. He actually parries on like almost every other enemy in this game. Or at least in the early game. The shadow. That's a big jump. Hop. What do you guys think of that? Level 7 starts by dropping you into a fucking dungeon, and if you don't hold grab, you will instantly die. I like that. It's dynamic. Starting a level by falling, which is really funny because if you die at some point during the rest of this level, I think you die instantly if you get hit during that. You have to, again, start the level by grabbing, or else you will instantly die. So it's easy to forget, like if you die in the middle of the level, it's like, oh shit, that's right. That blade trap really doesn't threaten me at all. This guard, on the other hand. It's impossible to get down there through that open gate, which is a shame because it would be a really, really fast way to beat the level. Whew. This guy despawns to be push him off the map, I think. Off of this map, because there's a pit immediately after this room. He just falls down the pit and then he loads because he's 2 maps away from you. The timer is before the vizier marries the princess. For some reason this is going to kill everyone involved. Ooh. 2 paths here. One is based on speed. If you can make it through this, it's an easier path. But you can take that lower path, which is slower. Not very hard to make, but there's a hidden button there that will lock that door right in front of the raised button. So you can fuck yourself over. That's the bottom path I could be taking that's slower. Once the vizier marries the princess, he'll become the new sultan. Which is bad for everyone involved. This is an updated ROM of the game. I shouldn't say ROM. Install. The one I had as a kid, if this guy knocks you off, he won't follow you down. But in this one, he will follow you down. And that's actually really important, because if he doesn't follow you down, then every single time you climb up here, he'll instantly knock you back over before you can possibly draw your sword. So the game becomes this level becomes unwinnable if he knocks you down once. But they made it in this port so that he follows you, he like drops down after you once he knocks you off. And that lets you fight him down there. so the level doesn't just become unwinnable. I think you can just hold left after doing the initial one, but I don't want to be wrong. So I'm just gonna take it slow. So now I'm down here. You guys might remember the giant chasm. There's a green potion here. So red restores health, tall red increases max health, and blue removes health. Now we've got green tall. We haven't even seen a green small because they don't exist anywhere in the game. I guess I'll take a sippy quickly. Weird music starts playing, and if you look down here, there's like the door, and you fall slowly. Alright, so this is timed. I open that gate, I run all the way over there, I can grab a health potion, I can come back before the gate closes. That's what happens. However, if I fail to make it back in time, I have to go back to the right, go to where that guard who falls down is, and then I have to climb back up there and go like a long way back. And the potion is gone because I already drank it, but you can just drop down here. You'll take a damage, but you won't die. But you're on a race against time to get back to that door before it closes. Jumping is faster than running. Woo! There's like a little crawl like this that you can use to get through closing doors. The prince is actually very small while doing that. A mouse? Nezumi. Blue potion right off the start. I think I'll drink it. Oh yeah. Nothing like a cup of cold poison for breakfast. Prince of Persia on DOS. This is the strangest guard in the game. His AI is such that he never ever approaches you. Ever. Every other guard will slowly approach you. Every single other guard in the whole game, including both bosses. This guy's AI is completely unique. So if you've been relying on swinging just randomly and waiting for them to approach you and trying to hit them on the swing, which was my entire strategy as a kid, this is like the last boss of the game because you'll never get past him. And then as soon as you take a step forward, he automatically swings at you before you can possibly swing. So the only way to beat him is to approach him and then parry and then attack. His defense is pretty good too. Yeah, that guy is a turtle. My playthroughs just ended here from like when I was 5 to when I was about 6. For like 1 year I couldn't get past that guy. Everything else in the game I could cheese, but I couldn't cheese that guy. Taking it slow with the spikes. If you're running speed and you step over spikes, it instantly kills you. You can just jump over them. Look at that guy. But I'd rather not die. I didn't activate the spikes, so when I started running. Damn, you guys should have seen that real life shudder I just did. I was like, no. He like somehow didn't hit the button. That was weird. I don't need health for this level. It's like I need this. I definitely didn't hit right, so I have no idea why the prince started running. Okay. That was scary. The prince won't always take a running jump right when you want him to. Alright, let's do this again, but better. This guard is back to the regular guard strats. This is what I used to do as a kid. So I'd wait patiently for him to take a step forward. Or like what I actually did was I would like watch for that, and then I would unpause and like swing. I usually didn't pause buffer it, I usually just stood there and just swung over and over, hoping that one of them would be on his approach. Because there's no, the game will not punish you for overextending. You can just swing at nothing for a while if you want to. Guards turn in response to sound cues. However, you can not make sound cues. Well, that's the absolute farthest jump you can make with a running jump on the bottom, and the absolute farthest jump you can make with a standing jump on the top. Rewarded for exploring. Nothing like games that reward you for exploring, right? Bodied. Guards are built differently from the Prince. That would have done 1 damage to me, but it instantly kills all guards. Whoa. Nice. There might be a checkpoint here. It's been so long I don't remember. I think I could climb up there too. Oh, this is a menacing room right here. There's actually a door close button immediately in front of the door, which I'm about to force this guy into. If a door close button is being constantly held, a door open button will override it. Same with if a door open button is being constantly held, the door close button will override it. Which doesn't happen in this game, but in Prince of Persia 2 it can result in some permanently shut doors, which can result in some uncompletable levels. These only exist to slow you the fuck down. Yeah, open the door. You can actually make it back here before this door closes. I didn't, but that skips this following scene. Well, I'm stuck. The mouse! Thanks, the mouse. The mouse will open that. He only comes once, baby. If you don't leave while that gate's open, you're fucked. I've died on one of these pits before, like on my way back from beating the level. It's embarrassing. Play it slow. So level 4, this is level 6 and level 12 are the boss fights. Level 4 and level 8 have storyline stuff, I guess. If you can call it storyline stuff. Level 4 has the mirror, which creates the shadow. And level 8 has that mouse. It's more of a rat, really, isn't it? It's kind of big. Hashtag gotta go fast. One time I set off that trap such that it cut my foot but didn't kill me, and it had blood on the trap, but I was still alive and didn't take any damage. It was very strange. I tried for a little while to replicate it and couldn't. This guard, this trap, that's all I'm saying. If you drop down here, it just takes you back to the beginning of the level. You feel like a dumbass if you actually go down there, I bet. Potion I don't need. Look at this nice puzzling room right here. Is anyone else puzzled? I'm in a spike pit. It's not enough for me to just kill everyone. I have to knock them off of chasms. The guards have pretty much the same death animations as the prince. is pretty small while jumping, so he can get through most. First ever in the genre of white male power fantasy. It might just be this fucking save the princess idea was already in full swing in fantasy, but not in video games. This part's a little glitchy. There's like a spot right here with a button that you have to jump to. And you know, you jump to it, and that's that. But your instinct, you're not actually right at the edge when you climb up here. When you like first get up. But you can get closer to the edge. But if you get closer to the edge, you'll overshoot the button and land on the spikes. But normally you wouldn't. It's like just there you overshoot the spikes. This guard doesn't approach you, which should be your clue in that something is up. A loose tile. Wow. How am I doing for time? 27 minutes. Hot. A tall green potion, but there's no chasms to fall down. What will it do? Oh my. A tall red potion. That's a life upgrade. You can just beat the level like this. It's a little hard, but it's doable. And if you do beat the level like this, it just corrects by the time you go to the next level. Another tall green potion. That one fixed everything. Both of those are optional. There's absolutely no reason to drink either of them. It's just a little joke on the player, I suppose. These two rooms are also optional. You can ignore both tall green potions. You can just come in here, get the life upgrade, and leave. I don't think there's any loose ceiling tiles. Not here anyway. How about over yonder? Nope. 25 minutes before the vizier marries the princess and becomes the sultan, and presumably everyone dies. I have to halt that wedding. Technically speaking, it's 25 minutes until the princess dies. Since that, he gave her a magic timer, and he says, "Marry me or die." So she's gonna die if she doesn't marry him within 1 hour. I don't know if she's gonna marry him or if she's gonna die, but I want to prevent either of those, so I have to get to the vizier. MLG purse jets. Alright, so earlier I like hit a button to open a door. I like dropped a tile in the room with the final switch in it. No. Body. There's a button right here I killed him on that opens the door to the end level. Anyway, this gate on my left would not be open if I didn't drop that panel on the right. So you can get all the way to here and then just get to a closed gate and it's like, oh. Didn't do something way earlier. You can just run back to it. It actually doesn't take that long to get from one side to the other if you don't do that upside down screen bullshit. And it's faster to get back than it is to get here because you don't need to worry about opening doors. Level 10. We are officially out of the dungeon levels for a bit. We got a whole bunch of... Whoa! There's a very particular jump you can do here, which actually bypasses this room. You can like jump straight to the... I forgot how to do it. It's here actually. You can fall through to the ceiling here. There's a guard over here. If he's facing the wall, he'll just hit you every time you come up, and you'll die, probably. However, you can use a sneak attack on him. However, also, in this particular part of the game, you've got a rather hard room to go through. And if you go through the rather hard room, you get to this area over here. This room had no purpose in the initial ROM that I owned. The one that like I bought years and years ago. I didn't buy it. My mom bought it. But this was like a whole optional area that didn't do anything. You could come over here and it would just be a dead end. However, in this port, there are some broken ceiling tiles. See, these were still in the port I had, amusingly. They just were in the wrong place, so you couldn't actually reach them. They were over like a spot where you weren't that close to the ceiling. Wow. So you couldn't get over here. Like, all the way up here was over this room, which you're like 2 panels away from the ceiling, so you can't like reach up and get it. But in this version, you can just break all these tiles, and that lets you get up here. For some reason that guy's okay. And you can use that to, even if that guy's guarding the edge, you can use that to still get over here. Which was impossible. The level just ended basically. It was uncompletable in the version I owned. They like had an intended strat to get around it, but it didn't work. But now it works. That's one of the only differences between the old version I used to have and this version. Slowly opening up more of this room. You don't get many opportunities to do this in this game, but there's a wall behind this guy, and if you pin this guy to the wall, you can infinite combo him. Fun. There's absolutely nothing else up here. Should I let this guy live? Level 11 of 12. This level has a very interesting gimmick. The entire ceiling is fake. Or I should say loose. The entire ceiling is loose. Except for the places where it's being held by supports. This jump is kind of funny. You can't just do a glitch to running jump off and make it easily, but if you get right up close to the edge and then jump off, the prince will actually slip. It's just the wrong range to get a jump and then ledge grab. You'll actually land first and then fall, which is probably deliberate. It's probably like, hey, a fuck you to the player. I haven't gone down there in forever. I think I'll peek down just because it's been so long. I like forget what's supposed to be down there. This is just to troll the player if they try and go for that health upgrade, but there's no reason to go for that health upgrade, so I don't know. You can still make that jump. That's a makeable jump right there. I actually think I have all health upgrades now. What is that, 9 health? I don't think there's one in the last level. Let's ignore that guy. There's a whole bunch of door close buttons here, like from here to here, and you can't make it to the gate without the door closing. Oh, I forgot about that. You get trapped if you don't go there fast enough. This is the last boss of a pacifist run because this guy is generously the hardest guy to kill in a to bypass without killing. You have to make a running jump off the right side of this, and if you do that without killing the guy, you have fucking no leniency. There's like 4 ways through here. I did one of the slower ones, but you don't take damage. You can like land and then do that hop and make it across like that. But if you stand upright, the prince will take too long to stand. Here's another potential soft lock. Or I shouldn't say soft lock. This guy can push you off the edge. I pushed him off the edge. If he pushes you off, he'll be closer to the edge and he'll hit you every time you get up. But he should follow you off the edge in this port. Since it's only 1 step down. They probably changed this AI like they did with the other guy. But I've never found out because I've never actually like gotten pushed off by him. Last level, boys. I think if you run out of time, you actually die in the transition between levels. So if I get to 0 minutes in any level, the game just ends once I complete the level. But level 12, I think you can run out of time in level 12 and nothing happens. Because the vizier is in this stage and it wouldn't make sense. I don't know, fuck. Pretty sure. It's been so long, so I forget. I like never ever run out of time in this game. Trying to beat this game in an hour if it's your first playthrough is a nightmare. It's like something you actually have to build up to be able to do. Did Fox fuck X-Men for everyone? Or did Marvel fuck X-Men for everyone? Poor lonely skeleton made it all this way. I don't understand why getting higher up in the castle takes me back to the dungeon, but I like that you're in the dungeon for the final level. 1, 2, and 3 are dungeon. 4 is castle. 5 and 6. 5 is castle. 6 is castle. 7 is dungeon. That's when the shadow knocks you down again. 8 is dungeon. 9 is dungeon. 10 is castle. 11 is castle. And 12 is dungeon. There's good reason for every other level to be dungeon when it's dungeon. Look at that sword up there. I already have a sword, so I don't need that. This is a whole fucking chasm of nothing. That opening maggot only lets you make a jump. There's like a panel over here holding me up. What's going on here exactly? My best guess is that wall behind me is clearly holding torches, so it must be very close to me. And these panels I'm standing on are attached to that wall. I presume this is a hallway. I presume there's a wall that we can't see, like between us and the prince can just reach out his left arm and just touch the wall. So probably these platforms are being held up on both sides. Weird to think about though. A health bar. It's red, like me. We got a loose panel here. So here's a boss battle. It's a pretty strange one. It's the evil prince, or perhaps the shadow prince. Every time you hit him, you take damage. He has 4 HP, which is kind of funny because that's your starting HP plus the 1 potion he stole. He'll still have 4 HP if you didn't watch him steal it, which I didn't actually in this playthrough, because I died on the time that I... Got him. Killed him. Oops. So you're not supposed to do that. I knew that, but I still did it. My apologies, everyone. I thought that was a checkpoint in this level right before that fight, to be honest. I didn't know I'd be all the way down here. Only takes me a couple minutes to get back up there, so whatever. Now you can climb straight up there. You don't need to jump over to this area. You can just climb here on the right side. They should bring Ruby back. Ruby's a good Marvel vs. Capcom character. Reminder that Ruby was supposed to be a Darkstalker, but they accidentally never made a Darkstalkers 4. Oh. You have to climb up this right side, because if you climb up the left side, there's a panel a little too far out. It's still loose. Alright, boss. So this is a puzzle boss. What you're supposed to do is put your sword away, and then he puts his sword away, but he won't always do it. So I like to hurt him first to interrupt whatever he's doing, and then I put my sword away. Alright, I'm whole again, baby. I'm complete. So all of that, and then you just get to a fucking nothing. However, you're just kind of supposed to know that you can just run across this. Probably the most god dang it moment in the game. There's a checkpoint. This is actually a different level from the previous level. Tiles falling at random. Sometimes you can make it through, sometimes you can't. The evil vizier. Oops. What do you know? Doing that will cause him to approach a whole lot, which will let him easily get him over to this side. Which lets you get a quick kill on him. Later, evil vizier. G.G. Here's level 13, if you will. Maybe level 14 of the 12 levels in the game. I beat the game. The brave youth who saved her from the forces of darkness. I might just see you in MVCI. God damn it, I need to learn a second character. That's what we're actually gonna do after this. That's my slowest time yet. Spider-Man would be the best possible addition to my team because it would give me an infinite. I would like to hit 2 turntables with that infinite. That would be satisfying. I want to taste his tears upon eating the infinite. Good shit. Oh, I quit the game though. Control Q. There we go. That game had a direct sequel. It's mechanically very superior, but radically different in its tone. It's pretty much the perfect sequel to pretty much the perfect game. That's me and my princess. The Sultan's Grand Vizier. That's Prince of Persia 1 right there. They lived happily for 11 days. Prince of Persia 2, The Shadow and the Flame. This game is masterfully crafted. The clouds moving at different speeds, faster if they're close. A coldness like a shadow passes over him. How dare you speak to the princess? Wow, that's literally me. So something happened to make my clothes and face different. And there's a man impersonating me who may or may not be the vizier. Crash! That's actually the opening of the game. That was all optional to watch. And now I'm in control. So now, the last game had one button. Holding the button let you take small steps. And you could also use it to hang off of edges. That button still exists. However, that button also swung the sword in the initial game. But now we've got an entirely separate button that pulls out the sword, which allows me to pull out the sword anywhere. There's the mysterious 3 HP guard. We'll never learn about his true intentions or his true motives. You can never ever reach that guard. You have to turn around, draw your sword instantly, and kill that guy, or else you'll instantly die. You have to instantly know how to play the game in order to even, like, not get killed by that guard instantly. Instant, 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 instant. That's supposed to say music when you play this game, but it's, like, for super old, sound chips, which no longer exist. So there's actually nothing. There's, like, just a little bit of sound effects. And then there's also, you can have it play through your computer's internal microphone, or internal speaker. And if you know anything about computers, having something play using the internal speaker is like a joke. Like, literally, you've got speakers on your computer, but, like, motherboards also have a speaker on them. And playing stuff, like, it's a very shitty speaker. It's only for, like, making beeps and boops. The most basic beeps and boops. And it's coming out of your fucking, it's not coming out of your speakers, it's coming out of your fucking tower. There are exactly 3 guards who try and chase you there. This is kind of weird because this will be the only level for like the entire game where I'm fighting guards. I'm not joking, this is literally the only level. All of these enemies only exist for this one map. You only need to take 2 spaces to get a running jump in this game. The graphics are also somewhat improved. I look like an actual prince instead of a guy wearing a fucking rice paper hat. You can run over, this is a checkpoint. You can run over to the right, enemies are infinitely spawning here. They have 2 HP. But you can run over to the right, and I think if you make it over to the right, and like just run over there, you'll die somehow. Well, I died just by getting killed by that guy. But I think if you make it far enough to the right, you die. It just instantly kills you. It's like, no, don't do that. It's supposed to go this way. You get 1 shot at this baby. Gotta jump onto the barge as it's pulling away. And that beats level 1. You can fall in the water, it's instant death. If the barge pulls away, there's absolutely nothing to do. So you just have to either get killed by guards or jump in the water. But this is a checkpoint, so maybe you missed it, you can just try again. Prince of Persia perfectly blends story and gameplay in the first game, and reasonably well blends story and gameplay in the second game. You have these little cutscenes as well. There's no need for cutscenes in the first game. The only cutscene you need is showing the princess interacting with the rat. Come to me. A weird dream. I love this shot. The vizier in the sky, and my boat being shipwrecked by a bolt of lightning. Right on. This is the shortest level in the game by a pretty generous margin. If you go super far to the right over here, eventually you'll get a weird sound effect that doesn't do anything. But you can go super far to the right. I wonder if it's like a glitch or what. And over here you have some quicksand. Pretty small level. That's all 3 of the maps in the level. So we've got a sun over there. One of the tiles will have a sun. I never even played Forgotten Sands, so that's another one. I don't think I have Pop 2008, but I'd love to stream that at some point. I think I do have it actually. I think I bought it for the express purpose of streaming it. So you have to not stand on the one with the symbol. Which you can kind of figure out because as soon as you stand on the one with the symbol, the game plays some very sad music indicating you just fucked up. So it's not too cryptic, although this game in general is very cryptic. There's 2 ways through this level, technically 3. You can go straight to the second exit by going left here, and that gets you 0 health upgrades. Or you can move over here to the right and go to the first exit, which gets you 1 health upgrade. Or you can go to the right, get the first health upgrade, and then double back a secret route to get to the second exit, which gets you a 2nd health upgrade. There's 1 and 2 levels in the game with 2 health upgrades. Panels that open doors and panels that close doors are identical. You might say a single button will open and close doors in this place. I mentioned this before. In fact, I mention it every time I play this game. But you only get human opponents for the first level, and then your opponents change for every level thereafter. You might recognize this one from Prince of Persia 1. It is a skeleton. Skeletons have different mechanics. Do your roast. You can push them into lava, which instantly kills them, but it's kind of tedious because you tend to kill them without pushing them. You can knock them over. They have HP now, and you can knock them over. And if you knock them over, they'll stay dead for just a little bit, and then they'll come back to life. So technically you can never permanently kill a skeleton unless you knock him down an area. Or, into lava. Here's my 2nd life upgrade. There are more life upgrades than you need. Bypass, baby. There's a cap of HP in this game. And there's actually infinite health upgrades, because the last level you can spawn them. And you need above a certain threshold of HP to beat the game, so that's why you can spawn them in the last level. I think the speedrun strat is probably get to the last level as fast as possible and then get all of your health upgrades there, and only get a few. Because most of them you have to go pretty far out of your way to get. They're not fast to spawn in the last level either, but faster than this. Damn it. I hit up, I promise. Alright, time to load level 4. I actually do have a save for level 4. Nice. Now we're in level 4. Immediately past that jump is the exit. So, oops, that's all I gotta say. Oh no. I'm doing alright. I think you can go down very slowly on the left-hand side for this map. I haven't done it in so long. I think I'll do it just for nostalgia. There's a health upgrade on the right side. I want that, so I'll just restart this level. Alright, so I have to go over there and fall down like this. Okay, I can't do anything there. There's a lot of ways down. Whoa. Dart. Damn it. No. Ah, damn it. We'll never know it was over there. Which version is it? A Prince of Persia 2? It's DOS. The Super Nintendo port of Prince of Persia 1 is significantly changed from the DOS version. But this one is basically a faithful recreation. If you want to play other ports of Prince of Persia 2, they're identical. So we've got some of that Super Fall Slow potion from the first game that you can drink. And that gets you straight down to the bottom instantly. It's supposed to have cool music, I promise, but modern sound cards don't support it at all. So, you know. Here's that room I just died in. This time we will kill the skeleton. Skeleton's one weakness is lava, as we all know. Ow. For a second I thought I was going to get spiked. But I can live with getting tiled. Here's a room that does absolutely nothing, but you can come here if you want to. In the first game you could make tiles wiggle and it wouldn't do anything. In this game you can make tiles wiggle and they will eventually drop. Mechanical improvements. A purple potion. It's poison. Oh no. I did that on purpose, if that wasn't clear. Anyway, so you can climb down the left, which I mostly did, and then died. You can climb down in the center by taking that slow fall potion. And you can also climb down on the right. 3 routes to this level. And climbing down on the right has a health upgrade, so I'm going to go ahead and get that. Here it is. If you fall down that hole on the side there, you die. Or rather, there's nothing there except a bit of lava. Also have these doors. These doors have a unique animation where they can crush you. Black and green? I mean, it had a more simplistic color scheme, but I don't know if I would call it black and green. 3 ways to this room. You can either jump from here, and you land on the button and get shot. You can jump from here, and you fall down the pit. Or you can jump from here, and you sort of fall down the pit, but can grab. Skellington. I ain't got no time for Skellingtons. That's a lot of Skellingtons. Let's hit the button to open the door to exit level. Oh no. 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 Phew. We made it. That was close. There's actually good mechanics for fighting multiple enemies at a time. You're pretty fucked if you fight them, if you're getting attacked on both sides. Come to me. That tree slowly loses leaves as you get deeper into the game. As you lose time, rather. MLG Pro Jump. Oh no. So the time limit in this game is 75 minutes, which is appropriate because there are 15 levels, as the game advertises literally everywhere. However, 2 of the levels are so short that I'm not really sure I would call them levels. One of them is level 2, which is 3 maps, and the other is level 14, which is 2 maps. But whatever, the creators can put whatever they want on the cartridge. Up. So hitting this button does nothing, because it fires both of them. Hitting this button has a door opening sound effect, which is your clue in that you might have just done something cool. I think I fucked that up. Yeah. I'll just go to the edge and then do a normal jump. I think that works. I think your landing animation causes you to not get shot. Never mind. Not like I care about getting shot anyway. Individual health matters so little in this game. I'm not gonna die to getting worn down. Everything that will ever kill me is gonna kill me in one hit. Possible exception, goblin heads. Anyway, this door is now open. From me dropping that one tile. This is a somewhat cruel room. If you just run straight over, you'll drop a loose tile on that potion, which will destroy it, and then you can't get it. So you have to not run straight across, you have to jump across. There's a button here that opens the door. I've had this game since I was like 5, I know everything about this game. There's a button here that opens that door, since I was like 4. But that door is always permanently open if you can even get into that room. Because you have to drop a switch on it. Drop a tile on it. A switch. You have to drop a tile on the switch. This button opens both. So you can never get stuck. Ow. A carpet. You can set on the carpet. It will fly up towards the grate, and it will flatten against the grate, and then a blood stain will appear on the bottom of the carpet in the center where the prince was sitting. It's one of the custom death animations in this game. Sitting on that carpet will cause the carpet to crush the prince against the roof, which causes him to die. You have to take damage here, so the game gives you a potion beforehand. Just make sure that you won't die to the fall. And then it also gives you a potion immediately hereafter. But only if you know to jump outward rather than just drop down. But you can hang to see what you're dealing with and then know to jump outward. I think you can fall down there, and I think there's a map down there, but you can't get back out, so you're fucked. Invisible checkpoint in this room. No, it's the room after this one. I've died in this room. Come on, Prince. To that spike trap right there. And if you die to that spike trap, you feel like a fool because it's immediately before the checkpoint. Checkpoint's right here. If I die now, I will spawn on this map. This level has 2 checkpoints in it because it has some rather difficult stuff and it's also very long. This game also never tells you about checkpoints. One of those buttons will close that door. And I think you can't open it again once it's closed. I think it just locks forever. I don't know anything about Iranian culture and how it differs from Saudi Arabian culture. I think there's like a trick that I didn't know about here. I'm gonna try it. You can do like a running jump and then grab this. That lets you go through super quickly. Kind of cool. Alright, here's another invisible checkpoint. And also a boss fight of sorts. Alright, here's the general mechanics. There's a button over here. It opens a gate permanently. Until the button is pressed. The gate will not close based on time. And then there's a skeleton with infinite HP. And then if you go over here and change spots with the skeleton, he'll run over and he'll close the door before you can get over there. Technically speaking, there's a very precise series of movements you can do to get him to not close the door. And then there's an additional difficulty. Get over here, you skelly. Skelly bastard. I can make it, boys. No, I can't. Die, you skelly son of a bitch. Oh no! The bridge will eventually collapse if you're taking too long. The skeleton bridge has really fucking kick-ass music. So here's the trick. And I don't know how you would figure out to do this, because you have to do something that's only available to do in this one map. You have to stand in a very specific spot. You have to open the door, stop the skeleton from running away. Open the door, stand in a very, very specific spot, and wait for the bridge to collapse. And then you have to hold left and also hold the grab. And it will do this little turn, this little pivot that's only possible right there. And the prince will pivot in place and grab the edge without dying. Also, there was an animation of me dropping my sword, and yes, I did actually drop my sword. I now have no sword, my sword button does nothing. Alright, let's sit on this carpet with the gate closed. Bodied. Whoa, it closed the game. Integer divide by 0. Damn it. I wanted to show off that death animation. I'm not even actually really sure how to close this. Alright, hold on. Reopening DOSBox. Is that showing up? Yeah, it is. Alright, where were we? Basically, you're supposed to open that gate and then sit on that carpet, and it flies you off into the distance. And takes you to level 6. I did lose the checkpoint, yes. And level 6 is just a castle in the middle of nowhere. The carpet literally just dumps you off here. You guys didn't miss much. Oh no. The skeleton bridge has really cool music if you have the sound chip that you need, and also there's a funny little sound effect of the prince falling a great distance if you die there, like that. So this port of the game I have leaves this gate open. And if you go up this gate, this version of the game I have, it will actually complete the level. It's just 100% a glitch. You can skip level 6 in this port. And important things happen in level 6. For example, you get a new sword, which I now have. Anyway, we're not going to do that. We're actually going to play level 6, but just for the record, you can skip level 6 due to a glitch. My version when I was a kid did not do that. As a error with this port, with this version. Oops, I fell. We got tunnels, we got crawling. A sword! Anything is better than nothing. The sword is extremely broken and shitty. It does half damage instead of full damage. You'll see what that means in a second when I encounter my first enemy in these ruins, which is right here. This enemy class is completely unique. It has 1.5 HP right now. The manual calls them goblin heads. This entire ruin is infested with them. They're probably the hardest enemy in the game, but I've been fighting them for years and years. This level is aesthetic. Goblin heads are literally So we got a super far away health upgrade, which you can make only with a very desperate running jump. And that fall is onto a broken tile. If you drop that tile, which I jumped over right at the beginning of the level, if you drop that tile, this fall will kill you. However, if you don't drop that tile will break your fall. So you'll land on it and then fall through it and then land on the ground, but it'll count as a 2-story drop instead of a 5-story drop, or 4-story drop, which is what it actually was. 4-story drop should kill you. Kind of a clever little puzzle, if you will. Now we've got a really big climb. Because it's a good super, what do you want? I don't even know if it is a good super. Let's peek down here and see if we want to fall. Nope. Nope, we don't. We don't want to fall. A blade trap. There's a very dank animation of the prince getting cut in half by one of these things. Okay, I'm glad that didn't kill me. Another goblin head. I killed it. So this level has 2 exits. Technically 3 if you count the glitch one at the beginning. The left one and the one at the beginning both take you to the left side of level 7. This one takes you to the right side of level 7. The right side is generously easier than the left. Let's go in here. A serpent. The first instance in the game of a serpent. Did it not follow me? Guess I didn't go in deep enough. There it comes. Serpents are mean. Now it's 2 serpents. Serpents will one-shot you. So in this room is a green potion and a purple potion. Green potion will turn everything upside down. And the purple potion will turn everything right side up. I don't know why they bothered to do that. That's the only instance of a potion turning the screen upside down in this game. It's just a reference to the first game, I guess. But you don't even have to go very far from one to the other, so it's 100% Easter egg tier. You don't even need to go in there. Alright, press 1 of us should go through the left door, press 2 of us should go through the right door. Meanwhile, I'm gonna fight this goblin head. Goblin heads occasionally get pissy if you fight them. They're just like, why'd you do that? Also, if you hit them into a wall, they instantly die. Gotta drink me some poison. Alright, next vote's the tiebreaker. Door number 1 or door number 2? I don't remember which door I used the last time. Alright. This is the hard side. That's a new kind of tile. It breaks instantly. The nanosecond you step on it, it breaks. Other tiles wobble and then break. Whoa. That was weird. Oh no, a goblin head. And it noticed me. You can actually parry these things. And the parry does 1/2 heart of damage, which is the same amount of damage that my regular swing does. I'm being a little bit reckless with my HP, which is bad. Oh, did I already? No, I didn't. The health upgrade should be over yonder. This side has a lot of enemy fighting. So this is by far, this is far and above the hardest health upgrade in the game to get. Anytime you climb up there, he instantly attacks you. I haven't played this game in a while, so I just felt like playing it. That's the start and finish of it. Hello, Mr. Serpent. If you take any damage in that room I was in earlier, you fall down and it's impossible to get back up. So you have to not take any damage. You have to never get hit by the goblin head. The one up there with the health upgrade in it. I kind of like this. Holding down causes the tile to break over your back instead of over your head, which doesn't hurt you. In the first game, tiles did double damage if you were crouching when they hit you, which made no sense at all. This is Pop 2. I just need to gain some space. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, you die today, bitch. This is like a hard goblin head, too. Made it. That only takes a lot more attempts. Alright, we got the health upgrade. The right side also has the health upgrade. You cannot go from the right side to the left side, or the left side to the right side. So you can't get both of the health upgrades in this level, it's impossible. Note the pattern on the wall. That's the pattern of this dungeon, of this temple. I only came here to kill that guy because he gets annoying in a second. If you hang here when he's still alive. Oh no, my health potion. Invisible checkpoint in this room, and no less than 2 serpents, one of which just killed me. Oops. Good place to show off how serpents work. They will instantly kill you if they hit you. Ow. Surprised that hit. If you get behind a serpent, or even if you get in front of a serpent, you can cut the serpent in half. It's kind of hard to time if they're coming at you, but if you're behind them, it's really easy. Serpents only have 1 HP. Or perhaps 1/2 HP, since I just killed it with the rusty dagger. Having your back to the wall isn't actually that bad when fighting these things. No step on snack. Evilry Omega Mode command grab, huh? The only command grab I can think of on Evil Ryu is the Super Demon, which is really good. Because you can just use hits to combo into it in Omega Mode. This is on DOS. If you don't know about MS-DOS, you're underage band. There's multiple ways through this area, but I only ever take the one way. So I feel like I'll take another way just to mess around with. That serpent is going the other way. Maybe he'll come back this way. Maybe that serpent will come back. I don't want to just chase after the serpent. What if it just comes over and kills me? Trolled. A special move that's command grab. Evil Ryu, Street Fighter 4, Omega Mode. I don't remember that at all. The only special move I remember him getting is the fucking fireball that goes up, which is shitty. What's the motion for this command grab? DP plus kick? I don't remember that for shit. Alright, this neck is about to get cut in half. Oh, no you don't. Did it? Oh, fuck me. Alright, I'm definitely gonna go that way. It's a point of pride now. He would go down there. What 1 HP is worth 2 snack? My stomach is turning right now in a very unusual way. It's a little uncomfortable. Alright, sprint over to the snack. Snake dice today. Got him. A Commodore game. That's just a little bit wrong. Probably was on Commodore, actually. Secret path. No, they do not. Is that instant drop? No. In fact, it was safe to fall down onto. I wonder what happens if I fall on this map. So there's the exit that I could have gone to instantly if I didn't take the long way around. So Eyeless is a shitty Pokemon. It misses a lot, which makes sense because its eyes are covered. Fun fact, until the introduction of Kieran Black, Swilus had the strongest outrage in the entire game. Because of Hustle and a decent attack stat, and Dragon Stab. Omae wa mou shindeiru. I don't know if unblockables work in any... Oh, this level starts with a snake. This is one of 2 levels in the game. You will instantly die if you don't do something at the side level. Snakes will go to those holes. Dragon Rush misses a lot, right? And also his Wireless misses a lot. Snorlax has been bullshit in almost every gen. This level also has multiple paths through it. I can go to the left there. Or I can drop down through here. Accuracy 75. Bodied. This is kind of funny. This is a... Whoa, Prince, what are you doing? This is a hole that leads nowhere. You can crawl to the end, but you don't get anything. So there's a hole down here. I'm going to take a shit ton of damage falling down here, but let's do it. Whoa. Okay. Not too bad at the end of the day. You're supposed to come over here from somewhere else. And there's a door that you're supposed to open. But I didn't open the door, baby. So it's shut. However, the old version I had as a kid, that tile was in a different place and you could not drop it. And it would not open that door. And thus, if you closed the door on the other side at any point, it was impossible. You were just stuck over there. You just had to use the blade trap to kill yourself. So you have to come over here from this area and then open the door. And then, only then. That's the room I was in before. It's an invisible checkpoint right here. Snake. Oh, are we actually going to bypass this bitch? I don't get to do that very often. This one is kind of a nuisance. If you climb up there, it'll just hit you down. Remember yellow where you get all those starters? Come over here, bitch. Notice me. Senpai! There. So the version I had as a kid never crashed, but the version I have right now, if you do level 4, if you go to one of the rooms in level 4, which is a non-optional room, and then you get all the way to this room and pick up this sword, the game will crash. So you have to close the game at some point between level 4 and level 9. Level 8, rather. I picked up the sword. Fortunately, I did that anyway because the game crashed for some other reason in a way that's never crashed before. However, it would make speedrunning this game extremely difficult using this version. Once this was a great city, ruled by the son of kings. You have to pick up that sword too, or else the door won't open to allow you to leave this level. I died at his side. You alone were spared, my son. I gave you up that you might live. This was your father's sword. Avenge us! Avenge us! I set a vision, baby. The game will soft lock, and you will be unable to get up. Alright, so now I've got a whole sword again, instead of some rusty-ass bullshit, which is very satisfying for this upcoming room, this upcoming series of rooms, because we have to fight a whole bunch of these things, but we're now doing double damage to them, because we have a sword that doesn't suck shit. Shit. They're not supposed to do this! Alright, that's... the game glitched out on me. That one wasn't my fault, I promise. Oh. Okay, it worked. It put me in the infinite. It's supposed to wait turns to attack you. I probably could have made that work. Oh, this sword is longer too, so sword swings that wouldn't have hit with the rusty sword are now hit reaching. The door opened. The door automatically opens provided that you got your father's sword. If you didn't get your father's sword, it just stays shut. You can come over here and kill all these guys with the rusty dagger if you want. There's a fully optional room over here. There's absolutely fucking nothing to do over here. It's just for dumb people who didn't pick up the sword. So what do I do here? The goblin heads here are really tough too, I guess. I didn't know that. Master Sword's longer. Let's drink some poison. Oh yeah, gotta drink all the poison. This will be a playthrough where I drink all poison. It's only the gold sword that breaks stuff with sword swings in Link to the Past. I feel like I spend the entire time playing Link to the Past waiting to get the gold sword. And you can't actually get it until like just before Turtle Rock. This is my favorite level as a kid. Fun fact, you can fall down here. You can go down there. And it looks like you would just die coming down here. The wand in Link's Adventure. The Mazda sword turned upside down. But you can actually go through a tunnel there that's hidden. And you can use that to... I'm gonna die. You can use that to climb back up. It breaks like pots and skulls and shit with sword swings. The gold sword. Otherwise you have to use the hammer or you have to manually pick them up. I remember the red sword doing it, but the red sword doesn't actually do it. I have kind of not that much HP. Let's see if I can make this work. He says as he doesn't grab the health upgrade, or the health restoration potion. Maybe I'm just remembering shit that never happened. Or maybe it's only the Game Boy Advance version. Here's to me not having a game over. Let's not get cut in half. Here's to me not dying. Oh wow, you look at that, I actually didn't die. A horse. Snack. Do snack. Big old open plains. I don't know why I call them plains. A chasm. No matter how good your jumping is, you will never jump across this chasm. Here's the last health upgrade I ever found. And I found it like 10 years after I found all the other ones. There's a health upgrade behind this rock. How are you ever supposed to find that? Note my health. I think I have capped health. Pretty sure I have capped health. You can go down there. I'm not going to, but you can. There's kind of a long path down there that will eventually lead to the path over here, over by the other snake I killed. It is like the DK64 coin. Anyway, there's a long path on the bottom that I'm not going to bother looking at. But eventually it feeds into here. That one snake is the reason I'm not going to go down there. Because that snake can kill you. These tiles break, which ensures you only get one chance to do this. Better make it count. I'm going to take it as baby as possible in order to only have to do it once. Symphony of the Night has a shitload of extremely rare drops. I don't know why I didn't jump. Alright, I guess I am going to go to the bottom just to check it out. Because I literally cannot beat the level anymore. Symphony of the Night has a ton of super rare one-of-a-kind stuff that you'll never ever find. Like, there are actual 1 in a million drops everywhere in that game, and they're all like gems. Like weird shit like that. Snack. There are all kinds of snack down here. That snack got stuck. I opened a path for him. And then I cut him in half. Wow, that's a very dead end. Or is it? I seem to recall the snake will just crawl past you here. Like, not there, obviously. Well, yeah, obviously there. But I seem to recall the snake will just ignore you. You might need to be standing still, but I think he doesn't bite the prince as long as the prince is, like, crouching. Never mind, I got bitten. And there's a unique animation for the prince being bitten while lying down. I didn't know that. How neat. Who's the cutest Pokemon? Let me think hard about that. Jigglypuff is a real contender. It might be a baby Pokemon. The snake gets stuck here if you let him go all the way. And he coils up, bodied. Really gimped, you don't say. Comboing out of a throw instantly puts you at like 10% scaling or whatever the highest scaling level is. And also, comboing out of most of those is impossible. I think that's a pretty fucking big step down from kill combo from a throw. Which is what you could do in Marvel 3. Something about Jigglypuff's design in Smash 4 is just unbelievably cute. Yeah, forget comboing out of throws. It's not a thing. Not anymore. You'll get 90% of the damage from your combo from the throw itself. If you have a character who can get like a level 3 from a throw, I think the level 3 will do as much damage as the throw did. Togepi is cute. Togepi is weird. It's just like this introduction to the egg mechanic. It's like, why doesn't it hatch and every other Pokemon hatches? Togepi just chills in its egg forever. Also, what the fuck is Togetic supposed to be? It's kind of weird that, like, Togepi even exists. Like, it's so... What does it do in Gen 2? It has gimmicks now. Like, now it's got, like, you know, fairy typing and, like, Serene Grace and, like, abusable shit that uses Serene Grace. But in Gen 2, it's like, oh, yeah, hatch this Pokemon. And you, like, raise it with love and care and get it to evolve via happiness. You have to hatch it and then make it happy. You have to put all this work into Togepi, and it just turns into a shittier Pidgeot. It's like all your hard work leads to nothing in Gen 2. It's just a fucking normal flying type. There's fucking 20 billion normal flying types you can use even in Gen 2. You could have a Fearow. You could have a Noctowl. You could have a Pidgeot. You could have a Farfetch'd. All of these Pokemon are unironically better than Togepi. Than Togetic. It's like alarming. It's like, what actually does this Mon do? Oops, I died. So, this level... Okay, so I was talking earlier. Oh, they have a running animation. That's cool. You see that later on in the game, but it's kind of cool that I just started it. I wonder if I can drop this guy down here. It's kind of hard to push these guys. I was talking about this earlier, and then I kind of, like, distracted myself. In this game... Altaria is cute. In this game, you have a bunch of human opponents on the first level who don't parry. And then you have a bunch of skeleton opponents on level 3 and 4 and 5 who don't parry. But, like, they fight approximately like the humans. And then level 6, 7, 8, and 9 have serpents, which die in one hit, and goblin heads, which have a completely unique mechanic of killing. Oh no, I died. And now we've got guards, and these guards are harder than endgame guards in Prince of Persia 1. And you've spent the entire game not fighting, like, guard-style enemies. So, like, you're not gonna be very good at fighting these guys. I think you have to jump from here. Give or take. There's a funny quick kill here. That wasn't it. Yeah, I got him. Pidgeot's okay now, ever since it got a Mega. Before I got a Mega, it was pretty bad. What a hecking cute doggo. That was a long jump, baby. You can't just fall down there, and that's probably what the game intends you to do to progress normally. But there is... Oh, note the blade trip right there. I went to PetSmart today, and I saw some heckin' cute cats. I did it after my trip to Walmart. This guy has some pretty good ability to parry. See, this is already harder than every enemy in Prince of Persia 1. This is the room I fell to. On the left side of where the... This guy's AI! It's not activating! Yes! This never happened in my initial game. There are certain characters who can't. There are certain guards that don't activate properly. This guy oh no, never mind. I got all excited. Let's get this guy cut in half. Yeah! That's the same animation as me. If I get cut in half by this thing. Cats are like the best animal to leave alone for 8 hours a day. So here's the second last health upgrade I ever found. I didn't find this one for a super long time, because I never bothered to do this level. Because this level actually has a bypass, it has a skip. You don't have to, this level's optional. Oh, another one. Another one. You have to be really fast here. I might be too slow. That was close. So we got that same gimmick from level 5. We have a loose tile above a health upgrade, and you can look like a retard. Oh shit. God damn it. If you let that tile drop on that health upgrade. Excuse me. Box train a cat? You don't need to. They just kind of do it on their own. Litter box training is like not really a thing. Most cats learn to litter box from their mothers before you even buy them. But like, cats should have the inclination to do it anyway. It doesn't require any actual training. Cats are just like, hey, this is a good place to shit. There's a reason people always say cats aren't domesticated. Regard. It's because they have all of their instinctual behaviors are just played around. This guy's also... Oh, never mind. I got all excited. Because he wasn't doing anything. He's a bit wonky. I don't remember what's down here. Probably nothing. Death. Death is down there. The first instance of a, I forget what those are called. Wall trap. These guys never ever cross under these things. That guy is only there to make hell for you if you forgot to open the door, which I didn't. Are you guys ready for the most mysterious secret in the entire game? This has been puzzling me for years and years. First of all, I need to kill this guy who's actually going to kill me. There we go. Behold, it's a health upgrade. It's a health potion that's literally uncollectible. There's absolutely no way up there. There's no way to jump at a wall and grab a ledge like that. That's not a mechanic of the game. You cannot get up there. You actually cannot get up there. Why is that there? That's been bothering me for a long fucking time. Who made that little alcove? Easy. There we go. I beat the level. However, I'm not actually going to beat the level. I'm getting a host. Manual host. We'll never know how to get that. Didn't I kill that guy? Why was he alive again? Anyway. I'm going to go to level 10, which was that level I was just on. I'm going to do the alternate path through the level, which skips the health upgrade. And also the entire level. Sometimes the second guy spawns and sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes the fanfare just plays after you kill the first guy. It seems to be very random. I think if you push the first guy very far to the right, the second guy is less likely to spawn. Some weird shit going on there. Alright, we want to jump from here. Never mind, that wasn't it. Wow, I broke him. I actually broke that guy. He's like standing there looking at me, but also the game thinks he's dead. That's pretty funny anyway. I died. That was not accidental. I want to restart the level and I want to see a cool death animation. Yeah, see? That time the second guy never spawned. It's weird. I don't get it. That's the jump. Pow. Bodied. Anyway, you can jump right over here. And first of all, there's a loose panel which falls, which opens the door. And second of all, there is a... Nicknames for a Tyranitar. Is it female? Even if it's not female, call it Sandy. Tyranitar calls up sandstorms. Sandy is the perfect name for it. Anyway, you can literally skip all of level 10 doing that. Male. Disgusting. This level's my favorite level in the game nowadays. But damn if it's not hard. Worm is a good name. Why would you even change that? If you ever have a loss for Pokemon names, just call it its name but misspelled. Gumia shit. Should I do this the intended or the unintended way? I always do it the unintended way. Maybe it's time to finally do it the intended way. You're supposed to drop this tile on that button right there, which locks the gate. Then you're supposed to go up and all the way around and fall down on the right hand side and then pick up the potion like that. But you can't, you have to drop this tile or else the gate will close whenever you get to the end and then you're fucked. Like you'll get over to the right side, I mean the far left side, and you'll try and jump up, but you have to stand on that tile which closes the gate. So you have to drop this tile on that button. But you can kind of cheese it by doing this, which destroys the tile, which closes the gate, but also allows you to get over here. I didn't even need that. I didn't even need that. Those gates cannot crush you. The only gates that can crush you are the ones in level 3, 4, and 5. There's like a good way to do this, but I haven't figured it out yet. But one day I'll figure it out. See, like, I just fucked it up. There's a way to be really consistent with that, but I don't know how to do it. Let's climb right back up there. I always feel like I jump too early or too late. Sometimes it takes several tries, and it's really annoying because there's no checkpoint before that, so it takes forever to get up there. Now, even more annoying is this checkpoint immediately after that. And Poleon is unironically my favorite starter. I think that guy's kind of a badass. Super unique typing, super cool design. I don't get the name though. Okay, Emperor Penguin. What about the Olean? Smugleaf is just fine. Smugleaf is one of my favorites. I haven't heard it called Smugleaf in forever. I think I called my Empoleon Pingu. I was thinking Napoleon. It's like an actual emperor. That cut me in half. I was just trying to do a pivot. I've never ever found the consistent strat for that. I hate that I don't know it. This level will be easy and fun. This would be my favorite level by far if I just had a consistent strat for spacing out that jump. I don't know, I just don't feel like there's enough Napoleon references in Napoleon's design. What was the steel flying type cap? I really like all the caps. Firecat is shit, I picked the seal. I made it. I had a checkpoint in that room. There's a button, it's hard to see, but there's a button that closes that gate right there. You can drop this tile onto it, which causes it to be permanently shut, which is important. The seal is cute. I actually got a female of the seal, which is actually a shame because I wanted a male. I had a 7/8 chance of getting a male one, and I got a female one. I wanted a male one for the memes. I like even made like dank names. I forget what they were, but I had like dank names planned. Like, this is gonna be the best. Can I not parry? There's 4 guys here. Fanfare played even though I only killed 3 of them. There's only one other guard left in the level. I ended up having to make up a name for the female one. I was so caught off guard. I called it Ariel. I was like, this is a cute name, I guess. Ariel. Good name for a little mermaid, if you will. I think there's yet another checkpoint right here. I wonder if there'll be more Ultra Beasts in the updates of Sun and Moon. This level has been extremely vertical. Please note that. Please note the verticalness of this level. Watch it be not Platinum Remake. Watch them. Okay, Emerald is a good game, and Ruby and Sapphire are Shrug games. Diamond and Pearl are like bad Pokemon games, and Platinum is a good one. So like, if they remake, they'll do it too. They'll remake Diamond and Pearl and not Plat. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. I made it. That thing will flatten you against the wall. I seem to recall it having a rather grisly noise. But you can't listen to the noises anymore, baby. Because the sound chips don't work. That opens the door. Alright, this is why this is the best level in the game. This is why. Everyone behold. It's because we've got a door over there that's shut, and we've got nothing else to do. And this tile falls the entire length of the level. Or the entire height, rather. It takes that long to hit the ground. And the very first tile you hit, the very first pressure plate in the whole level, opens that gate all the way up there. And you gotta drop that tile the entire fucking length of the level to open it. I think that's pretty dang. Defog and Gardenia. I remember the glitch which allowed you to like move off the map, and you could use it to get to Shaman, which was supposed to be locked content. And then Platinum removed the glitch, but then you could still like get to Shaman. There was like another glitch to get to Shaman, but they also removed Shaman. This level is the most changed level. That's a sword. I already have my father's sword, so I don't want that one. There's actually two ways through this level. And the one I wanted to show, I just automatically already locked my way out of. This level always had two solutions, but now they're radically different solutions. This level got super, super simplified. This was the hardest level in the game in the initial release. Gotta do that to open that gate up there. There's two exits to this level, and they're both a nightmare to get to. But they're like really cool nightmares to get to. First of all, there's a button down there. Keep note of it. That button down there opens a gate up here. But note that I'm climbing literally as fast as I can possibly climb. And note that that gate closes before I can get up there. We need something to weigh that button down, baby. Also note the presence of 4 gates. Pushing that button, just open that gate. Pushing that button, just open that gate. This man is a living corpse. Bodied. Dropping that guy on there opens that gate, and that's the only way to keep that gate open. Now I've got 3 of them. And then up here, we've got another one. So we can weigh down all 4 of these switches at the same time, which will open this path. Now there's a health upgrade over here in the version I played as a kid. But now it's a fucking regular ass health potion. Which strikes me as very strange. Because that's a lot of work to get over here, and there's fucking no reward. Crossing the Switch is probably the greatest game ever. I should get that. You might still need to go over there, because it might, that switch I just hit, might open one of these gates over to the right here. It might be mandatory to go over there, which would explain why there's no health upgrade there anymore. Like, that might open this gate. And this is the gate I opened earlier, on the right. Made it. There's a checkpoint right here. Let's get the sword. Oops, you can't pick it up. Oops, it turns into fire and attacks you. Oops, you can't attack it back. It's a magic flaming sword. You can parry it. You can't hurt it though. I like that sword. Unique little enemy over there. So this is a button that opens one of the exits. That one right there. Alright, series of difficult things coming up. I should be able to do all of them without too much trouble. 1, 2. Easy. Cute little way to cheese that guy. So this area is designed so that you can only go to the left. This guy is kind of a bitch. This is like the fucking hardest enemy in the entire game. I guess I'll give it another go. £7.19 British pounds sterling. Well, that's actually really annoying, because now I'm down here and I don't know how to die quickly. What would be the fastest way to die? I guess it would be to fall down here. Alright, try me again, you stupid sword. Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. I need to go there. Oh fuck, I just locked myself out. Nice. That's a special kind of bodied, I think. I forgot I was on a time limit. Alright, door open. This game gets well and truly bastard in the final level, which you could not possibly figure out how to do without a guide, I feel. I'll give him everything up to the last level, but the last level is just impossible to figure out. There's another gate shutting switch right here. So there's two, like, borderline unseeable gate shutting switches in this room. I got it. I got in. I need to not get cut in half. Alright, cool. Paid him back. That is honestly the hardest card in the entire game. It is so easy to get. He gets a guaranteed shot off on you, and it's so easy to get cut in half based on that guaranteed shot. You cannot possibly get up in time to like hit him before he can hit you. Alright, so that entire sequence, it's not even over yet. There's still one last little gimmick. The door to the right of this room is shut, so I can't get through it. However, I can take this top path and then drop down. Oh, never mind, that button opened that gate. I don't remember that being there. I think that's based on the new version. So that is one of the two ways through level 13. Level 12. This is level 12. All that to get to this door. Let's look at the other one. The other one's much simpler. It's much faster, but it's easy to fuck yourself over on the way to getting it. You can't stand on that pressure plate right there, or else the door will close. So you have to dodge that one. And then you can't stand on this one immediately to my left, which will close all the doors. And then there's one right here that I'm going to jump over that you also can't stand on, or it'll close all the doors. Fuck pinball anything. Pinball's a game for normies. So now we're going straight over here. We're going the other way. This is my preferred path, because it's got something kind of neat in it. This was the worst room in the game, in the initial release of the game. There was no switch here. Okay, this gate could not be opened, except through something in the other room. And also there was a button that closed the gate right here, and also there were spikes on this wall. So it was pretty hard to you had to dodge this button here, and then also take a small step into the spikes. Okay, and there's no button here that opened that gate. So the only way to open that gate was to go over here, and there's a green potion, and past this gate, which is always closed no matter what, is a button, and that button opened the gate. And also in here, there was a button that opened one of the two doors at the side level. Now one of the two doors at the side level cannot be opened. And you've got another door here. So they super simplified this room because it was one of the meanest rooms in the initial game. A genie! Note that he had a health bar. So now once you get to this room, the exit's just in this room. You don't even need to make it back to the original room. So either route you take, you have to fight that guard with the two scythes on either side of him. In the initial release. So you've got to beat that guy. But now you can just ignore him if you take the other path. Now you never even need to. And that's way easier. Although you wouldn't necessarily know to do it. Here's my actual favorite level in the game. And when I said I liked level 11, I was lying. Oh, fun fact. You can fall down here without dying. And you would be stuck down here, but the creators thought of a clever solution. You have the means to kill yourself. There's a very specific spot you can jump from that makes this upcoming room really easy. I think it's here. And that delays the enemy spawn. And then you can just stand in this spot and you get 2 free attacks off on every enemy. Potentially a third, depending on when you time your attacks. If you just go straight through that room, you get enemies on both sides, and you've got to play a pretty dangerous game. Enemies on both sides are extremely shitty. The opening of this level is very, very large, but you only need to go through a very tiny portion of it. The second half of this level is very small, but very linear. and you have to fight a shit ton of guards. Are you guys ready for the coolest puzzle in video games? Because it's in this level. It is unironically the best puzzle in all video games. Followed closely by the cards in Bioshock Infinite. Second best puzzle in all video games. This is the DOS version. I took a beating, but my health doesn't matter for the beginning of this level. Or the end, actually. Letting one of the guards hit that button makes this way easier. I still occasionally miss that jump. Invisible checkpoint here. Best puzzle in all video games. He who would steal the flame must die. Everyone get that fucking exact word for word sentence in your brains right now. He who would steal the flame must die. Oops. Very, very important. Whoa. Okay. Game crashed. Alright, everyone just hold on for a second. Everyone hold on. I can get back there, damn it. It won't even take that long. I'm so mad right now. Why'd I miss that jump? Why does that jump crash my game? It's like here. And I jump. Ah, there's a checkpoint, so I thought I was home free. I wasn't thinking about game crashes. I was like, oh, I did it. This is Prince of Persia 2. This is the sequel. You get a little bit closer during a parry volley, which occasionally makes the game extremely confused. It made no fanfare that I killed all enemies. It doesn't always, but it does in that room. It's kind of weird that it didn't that time. Made it, boys. Alright, checkpoint. Didn't take damage this time. Bodied status, that guy. Alright, everyone keep that message in your head. In fact, someone copy it verbatim. Verbatim. If you take too long in this map, you will get attacked on both sides. Enemies spawn from the rear, but they're on a timer. The timer doesn't start until I kill that initial guy. It's like 10 seconds. I'm doing really shitty right now. Maybe it starts when I kill this guy. Oh, hello. How about we change sides, buddy? God damn it. Alright, there we go. Game, don't crash, please. Hello, sir. I want everyone to pay super close attention to what happens here. that's a glitch that caused the map to change like that. That's not part of what I meant by pay close attention. Did everyone see that shit? Alright, puzzle. What do I do? It would be very easy to get stuck here for literally years and years unless you have a good brain with good critical thinking. Kill myself. That's it. That's the solution. Where's the checkpoint? There's supposed to be a checkpoint! I didn't activate it, or else it doesn't exist in this version of the game. Alright, doing this level for a third time. Crawling is not even something I can do unless there's something to crawl under. Where's the checkpoint? It's possible this version of the game removed the checkpoint. Bowing to the flame does fuck all. Am I bad? Oh no. That guy's getting really confused. He backed up a lot. Oh, it gave me a fanfare after only 2 enemies. It must be if an enemy is close enough to the edge, the game doesn't want to spawn more enemies from the edge. So it, like, just lets you off. It's just like, okay, you killed all the enemies good enough. Get fucked. I like how these guys have a bunch of death animations. We got 3 different ones right here. It's actually very hard to make it in time if you hit that button yourself. But you have that guard behind you, hit it, it's quite easy. Alright. We just have to not die. I considered on my first time making it here to die on purpose just to get my HP back. There's supposed to be a checkpoint in this room. Whoa. That guy spawned. He's not supposed to spawn like that. It even made the fanfare and then he still spawned. There we go. It's kind of a cool little dynamic of you constantly changing sides while fighting with swords. Feels like a real sword fight. This guy on the left doesn't always spawn. Later, hater. Health potion, which I'm not gonna get. Oh no, I died. Ta-da! He who would steal the flame must die! He who would steal the flame must die! If you want to steal the flame, you have to die! He who would steal the flame must die! There's 2 meanings to that sentence. If you want to steal the flame, you're gonna die. If you want to steal the flame, you've got to die. Oh, it's brilliant. Here's a health upgrade. I could have picked it up earlier if I really wanted to. I already have maximum possible health, so. All the guards bow to you. The ones that are close to the edge kind of like fall off the edge. Also, that's a glitch. That's not supposed to happen. That didn't happen in the initial release I had. He makes falling sounds forever. All the guards I killed. All the remaining guards just bow to you and all exits are open. He's bowing because I fucking died and then was reborn. They see me as some kind of god figure. No, I cannot attack them. I stole the flame. Alright, let's go. Alright, someone comes to your fucking house. He kills, like, fucking everyone you've ever known. By himself. Okay? Like, literally, like, 100 to 1. With a sword. Those guards were not my guards, ever. That was a radically different castle. That castle was out in the middle of nowhere. Also, I found my horse somewhere. And he took me over here. This is level 14. It is the smallest level in the game. Wow, that's not supposed to happen. That's pretty dank. I like died off screen. That was pretty funny. Fucking just dead, floating in midair. I needed a really specific jump for that. That. Anyway, level 14 is go down here and then go into this room. That's level 14. I just did level 14, it's done. They only, that whole level was just so they could be like, hey, there's 15 levels in this game. I promise. And now I'm on level 15. So I'm on a chessboard. There's me. There's the vizier on the left. I'm in the center there. There's the sultan, I suppose. There's the princess, and also another sultan, and I guess that's me in the distance. You can go down here. That was my dying princess. And there are infinitely spawning really, really hard guards, and also a giant spider. The guards are pretty hard. They have good parrying abilities. Actually, that one didn't do anything. The guards have a 100% drop rate. They will either drop a regular health potion, or they will drop a health upgrade. It's random. Sometimes one, sometimes the other. Follow me, baby. The purple guy was the guy impersonating me. You might say he's the vizier. The spider is just a prop. You can climb around on his legs, but he cannot hurt you. The prince is a badass and he's not afraid of giant spiders. I think these guards have random health, but it's like between 3 and 5. So if you don't have enough health upgrades, you can grind a bunch of them here. So far I've killed 3 and gotten 3 regular health potions. Cheesed him. There's a 4th one, and a 4th regular health potion. This is level that's impossible to beat without a guide as far as I'm concerned. There's no way to figure it out, unlike the last level where you could have just used logic. This level has no tricks. Well, it has a bunch of tricks, but it has no, like, no methodology. As you can see, the health upgrades are pretty rare. I seem to recall them being like 1/2 of all drops. But I haven't found one yet, damn it. Oh, we got 2, baby. I'm not going to spend super long. I don't even need a health upgrade, so I'm just purely demonstrating that they can be found here. That one didn't drop anything. I said it was 100% drop rate. That guy did not drop shit. I don't remember them not being able to drop shit. That one didn't drop shit either. It's possible they don't drop health upgrades if you have the maximum possible health. I'm gonna consider that a possibility. However, I find it very strange that none of them are dropping anything. Regular health upgrade, regular health potion. Alright, I surrender. I'm just gonna let one of these guys kill me. One thing I kind of like about this level, which I think is cute from like a gameplay standpoint, from a storytelling standpoint, is that when you first go into this level, the prince draws his sword. It's like he had a magic cast on him and he's all fucking like, he has no idea what's going on. Just pulls his sword out. He was gonna pull his sword on the vizier anyway, I'm sure. So these are imitations of the vizier, who is also imitating me. If you turn your back on them, they pull out a sword and instantly kill you. This is a really beautiful level. My only problem is that it's so hard to figure out. You have to kill 3 of them. And then up here, he's got 3 HP, is the evil vizier. I found him. I found the vizier. Well, if you try and draw your sword anywhere near him, he will instantly destroy your sword. It's gone. I can no longer pull it out. Can't do anything to him either. In fact, I don't even think he has detection. I don't think he can kill you or anything, for what it's worth. But I can't kill him either, so I'm just gonna kill myself. Or am I gonna kill myself? Okay, there we go. There's no punching in this game. So this is the part where it's like you will literally never figure this out. If you stand in place and repeatedly swap left side, right side, left side, right side, spin around, the prince will slowly lose HP from his maximum, and if you do it enough, the prince's body will die, and you'll be playing as the shadow. And you can actually do that for all of the levels from the Finding the Horse onwards. Did I beat the spider? I mean, I just kind of left. You've got some pretty interesting mechanics while you're the shadow. First of all, you can go back into the prince's body if you really want to, but you'll lose all that health permanently. You cannot take damage at all. You can't take damage from falls. Enemies' attacks just go right through you if they attack you at all, which most of them don't. Blade traps go right through you. You're like invincible to everything. I could just easily farm these guys if I wanted to. However, potions do nothing to you as well. I shouldn't say that. Health potions don't increase your HP while you're the shadow. But you can still restore for your 4 HP anyway. And then there's a unique attack you can use in the final fight if you're the shadow with the flame. That was his sneak attack. That's an instant death attack, but I can't take damage, so I don't care. You can... The sword button during the final fight throws a fireball, and throwing the fireball does 2 damage to you. And if you have 4 HP or 3 HP, you are on fire. If you have 2 HP or 1 HP, you are just a normal shadow with no fire. And throwing the fire does 2 damage to you. So you will always go from fire to no fire. You will always go from 4 to 2 or 3 to 1. If you have no fire, you can't throw it naturally. Even if your sword isn't out, in this game it just pulls your sword out most of the time. Alright, let's fight the vizier. So this fight, he has different mechanics if you're the shadow. This place has really awesome music that we can't listen to. So here's how this shit works. If you're the shadow, he's afraid of you. So he will run away from you. Shit. Okay, that's not too bad. Get back here, you asshole. You've got 1 fucking shot to throw your fire at him. I'm not gonna throw it yet. I don't think I would have gotten him. You better make that shot count. Eat shit. I missed. Alright, so if you're the shadow, he'll actually chase you. And he can point like a magic spell at you that instantly kills you. If you die as the shadow, it goes back to the prince's body. The music is all broken for this entire game. That was pretty embarrassing that I missed. This level's pretty short when you know how to do it. Super long falls can still kill the prince if he's a shadow. Like, falls off the stage. Oh shit. Alright, I just lost my health permanently. I can no longer shadow out. You need to have a certain threshold of health in order to turn into the shadow. In order to turn into the shadow with the flame, you need, like, either the highest possible or the next to highest possible health, since you need at least 3 HP in order to be on fire. Yeah, you can turn into the flame at will. Well, not the flame at will. I have to go restore my HP using potions if I miss my fire. I think he has a cool animation for using a spell on you, but I haven't seen it in so long. I should have actually like been in the same room as him and let him cast it on me. You can push left and right anywhere. You can turn into the shadow right in front of him. The thing is, you can't do it from the beginning of the game. The game unlocks it for you once you get to the bird-headed castle. No, there's no explanation that that's a mechanic in the game, and the prince doesn't know how to do it. The shadow is just the shadow is a character from the first Prince of Persia game. It's like the prince's fucking soul or other half or some shit like that. I could probably just toss it at him here, but I want to get him on camera when I'm throwing it at him. Alright, this looks much better. Die. Got him. Points at you. Poof. My princess. Her little pet rat from the first game. Ordered Jafar's ashes scattered to the winds. This lady. This character does not appear in anything. It's just setting up a Prince of Persia 3 that never happens. She's got that symbol on her head is the symbol from the snake castle with the Medusa heads. Look at these names. They did end up making a Prince of Persia 3 on PC like 10 years later. And then it was also released on Dreamcast as Prince of Persia Arabian Nights. On PC it was called Prince of Persia 3D. It's a 3D game. It's kind of shitty. It's like the worst Prince of Persia game. Anyway, the Medusa heads, the goblin heads, that map, that's like a symbol on the wall. It was on that lady's forehead, setting her up to be the next villain, but there was no game. And the game, the Prince of Persia 3D is like a remake of 1, and then Sense of Time is like a different universe, I guess? I don't know. And Sense of Time is good. Sense of Time's not even okay, it's great. Alright, let's go look at some other shit. Here's some other mechanics. From 10 onwards, you can turn into the shadow if you have enough health. I do. So let's do it. The shadow has some unique mechanics. I don't have the fire yet because I didn't touch the fire in level 13. Enemies that spawn based on where you are do not spawn because they cannot see you. Tiles that break based on you standing on them do not break because the shadow does not weigh anything. pretty good. It's great. Sense of time is great. Again, I'm immune to all fall damage, so I don't have to be careful at all. It's kind of weird that that crushed that guy, because I shouldn't be able to, like, make those drop. Maybe you have to fall on them with great force. You can still go down through these things. I think. You have to jump on them, that's right. Wheat. I think in the PS2 version, it was the original Prince of Persia. And also the GameCube version. And then the Xbox version had you play Prince of Persia 2. And then they ended up releasing an upgraded version of that as Prince of Persia Classic on, like, PlayStation Network and shit like that. Which was kind of cool. It's only the first level of Prince of Persia. It's only the first level of Prince of Persia 2. I mean Prince of Persia 1. But Prince of Persia Classic is the whole game. By the way, I still can't get that. Guards cannot see you. You can still attack them. Oh, maybe it is the whole game. I think it is the whole game. Oh, that's it. It's the whole game, but they made it just the first level in the remake. In the trilogy. Prince of Persia trilogy. So you can get to the end of the level as the Shadow, but the Shadow actually can't exit levels. You have to go back into the Prince's body. Also, I kind of didn't mention this, but the Shadow can just kind of run through gates. The Shadow has no form, so he can just run through shit. He also can't take damage from falls. Blade traps do no damage. Shadow's invincible. That's something I kind of want to look at in level 10. That potion is uncollectible, dude. You cannot get that potion. That potion has confounded me for years. Alright, so over here, there's like a place you can climb up, and also like a little thing that spins. There actually is a dev debugger that isn't this. There's like commands you can use. There's like console commands. This is a random room over here with a dead end. It's kind of funny this room is here, because it's kind of conventionally unreachable. There's a lot of kind of secret rooms in this game, which is kind of cool. I'll show some of them off here. This man's gonna get it, dude. Damn, that would be a bad day. Please note that my health is 4. Look, a health potion. Health upgrade. Please note that my health is still 4. If I had 3 out of 4, it would have restored me to full health. However, health upgrades do not work when you're the Shadow. You cannot upgrade the Shadow's health. The Shadow not taking damage from any falls is kind of cool. He'll still act like he took damage from a fall, but he won't actually. Like he still kind of crouches there whenever he lands. You get to have kind of a little bit of fun with the Shadow. I mean, I'm pretty much done with this game. I'll just show off a couple more things. I don't have that much to show off. There's nothing really interesting you can do with the Shadow in level 11. Level 12? There's one kind of funny thing. Oh, I should say right now that if you get back into the Prince's body as the Shadow, he retains the low HP. So you permanently lose all that health by turning into the Shadow and going back. So you can turn into the Shadow to do a level easily and get to the switch easily. Like, I could turn into the Shadow here and open up one of the doors and then return to the Prince's body here and go into the door. So I could, like, do this level really simply using a strategy like that. Prince of Persia later trilogy makes a lot of references to the earlier trilogy, but there's no evidence it's even in the same universe, I don't think. But definitely the Shadow Prince from Warrior Within is a reference to this, I suppose. Definitely, I suppose. I was scared that I was going to fall down that. The reboot. Which one? There are all kinds of reboots for this game. Are you talking about Prince of Persia 2008 or whatever? Here's the sword. It can't attack me and I can't attack it, so we're a bit of an impasse right now. I'm not convinced that that game happens in Persia, and the main character is also not a prince. So that's probably the most inappropriately named game of all time. I don't know why I came this way. I should have gone straight to the genie. Who's the guy I actually want to see? Oops, I fell. Does it suck? No. Is it easy? Yes. Is it too easy? Yes. The platforming, you cannot die. In fact, you can't even get punished. There's no way to fail at the platforming. If you're the Shadow Prince, and you drink this potion, you will just eat the genie. He never comes out. It's okay, because you can open the door yourself. Also, you can go over here. There's nothing over here. The DS one. I forget about the handheld. There's actually a bunch of incredibly unique Prince of Persia games on handheld consoles. There's 2 on DS and 1 on Game Boy Advance. The Sands of Time on Game Boy Advance is radically different than the one on consoles, and then the DS ones, one's like what do you call that? The StarCraft genre. One's like that. And then the other one's like a platformer. I don't know actually what the other one is. RTS, that's right. Real-time strategy. Let's look at the next level. Fun fact, if you turn into the shadow and touch the flame, you just die. Even though the shadow steals the flame in the cutscene, if you try and do that yourself by turning into the shadow and touching the flame, you will just get murked. Prince of Persia looking ass game. You had it right in one, dog. This is Prince of Persia. Nothing over here. It's normally impossible to reach this room, so it's kind of interesting that they even made a room here. I can't go straight to the level I want to. But I think I won't. Instead I'm going to fall down here just to show how tall this room is. Pretty tall. I'm going to show off one more thing. There's something kind of neat hidden in this level. It's very neat, actually. High levels of neat. I don't know about 14. I was about to test that. I don't know if I've ever tried to turn into the shadow at 14. The level doesn't have a traditional exit, so... Whoa, wait. I don't know what's gonna happen if I try and do it there. What? How do you even get here? He's not supposed to be able to get here! Did he jump over the thing? I didn't realize I did that. Oh, I'm gonna die. I didn't know they could come over here. I have not actually tried Mario 64 Online yet. They played the fanfare of me killing all enemies, despite the fact this guy is here now. Right here in front of me. Not being dead. There's supposed to only be 3 enemies in that room. What the fuck? I must have restarted the spawns by leaving the room and then coming back that way. This is weird. It must have not counted that I killed those guys. The PSP versions are just the actual games, if I recall. Or there's like the I forget. There's a different name for the... What are they? Sands of Time. It's Warrior Within, Two Thrones. Two Thrones has a different name on the PSP. I think there's another PSP one that's like a remake too, right? I never actually played the ones on PSP. I have a good chance of dying here. Oh my god, I died. Alright, so, let's not fuck around with the beginning of this level, because clearly I'm dumb. Rival Swords is the... It's just, from what I can tell, it's just, it's just Two Thrones. Did I say Twin Snakes? I don't know if there's any added content. Warrior Within was my least favorite of the three in that trilogy. And I think, probably Sands of Time was my favorite. But now I think my order is reversed. I think Sands of Time is my least favorite, and Warrior Within is my favorite. Sands of Time is the easiest to break, but it's the most well designed. Warrior Within has the most replay value, because it's non-linear. And also just has a lot of really cool gimmicks. All three of them have really, really cool gimmicks. Like, from a lore perspective. Wow, I hit the one behind. That was dang. Alright, there's a secret here. It's a very weird secret. That's my warning. Swear to God. I'm never actually gonna make it. I'm never actually gonna make it. I was like mad the first time I saw Prince of Persia Warrior Within. I was upset. Because it's the charming ass fucking prince from the first game. But all of a sudden, all of his like, you know, roguelike charm is just gone. And instead it's just like, you bitch! And I'm just like, why? I knew even as a kid, I was like, this is like... I was at the age where like edgy shit was really impressive to me. And even back then I was just like, this is like unnecessary edgy shit. You know what I mean? I was like, this is a direction that this series should not have gone down. I'm okay with the M rating. I'm okay with the violence. It's just like, you know, the prince lost his charm. They did a really good job of balancing the charm and the grittiness in the third. Two Thrones. Two Thrones is fucking... What is it called? Two Thrones is like... I don't know where to jump from. It's like here. It's down here. I hope I wasn't supposed to drop that one. Oh, I wasn't supposed to drop it, actually. I know I died. Alright, one more try. A lot of them are just called Prince of Persia. That's true. 1, 3, and the reboot are all just Prince of Persia. Technically, yes, but no. It has no effect as the shadow. I wouldn't be able to... Fuck. This is what you never ever want to happen to you ever. Never ever get between two enemies because they will both attack you at the same time and you can't do anything about the one behind you attacking you. Note the mechanics they made for fighting multiple enemies at the same time. Note that they did in fact make mechanics. to those gritty ass sound effects. Alright, this time I've actually made it. So if you fall down the second pit... I did it again! There's a potion. You see it? It was green. Okay? If you go down here, you can... If you take that potion, it's a slow fall potion. And it lets you fall down here without getting crushed by that thing. And then you can fall all the way down there, and you're not dead, and you can fucking go and still beat the level if you want to. There's a slow fall potion hidden in this level. There. Alright, where were we? Level 14. Let's try and turn into Corpse Prince. Shadow Prince. The game does not like that I just tried to load that level. The cutest Pokemon? I think Shroomish is a good candidate for the Pokemon that is cutest to me. I think Shroomish has a very good face. Alright, opening DOSBox for the third time. Audino is cute. One of my friends hates Audino. He's like, every time I see it, it makes me mad. I'm like, why? And he didn't have a good explanation. Wow. Maybe the save file is just corrupt somehow. Maybe the game doesn't like when you save on level 14. I guess we'll never be able to test. I could just load level 13 and then beat it, which I don't want to do. Alright, I surrender. Clearly the game does not want me playing it right now.